for it is.
Too bad.
Welcome to the Grimdark Episodic, where we play through Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, short campaigns, one-shots, who knows, all these things. I do like that. I love that poster behind you. I am your GM Brad, joined tonight by Alex, Justin, and Mike, and we are going to be playing through an Ubersreik Adventure one-shot this evening. This will be longer form than most of our other episodes, which is fine. But before we begin, gentlemen, freshly created characters.
Hell yeah.
Not from any other game.
Literally 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, from like 30 minutes ago. Why don't we go ahead and introduce your characters, what they look like. We're not going to worry about ambitions because this is a bunch of episodic one-shots, but we will add ambitions down the road, especially if we keep coming back to the episodic. So, Alex, why don't you go last?
Okay.
Justin, why don't you go first?
Wow. Got his ass. All right. I am going to play Truthwind Schaefer, a.k.a. Truth. He is a human from Middenheim, and he is a merchant, specifically in the trader career group, or trader career. He is a Silver 2 status, aged 20 years, at a nice 5'5" height, little tubby around the middle. I didn't give him a specific weight, but he's a loud, jolly, boisterous person. Light brown hair that kind of sweeps off to one side under his hat. Blue eyes. And, yeah. He's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. So
and that's the God's honest truth. Get it?
I didn't get it until you said it the second time.
Sigmar be praised.
Mike.
All right, I am playing Nigel Clackshock, excuse me. He is a 44-year-old handgunner, which is a subclass of the what would be soldier.
Yep.
What else here? 5'3", 150 pounds, white hair. Yeah, and he squints a lot. Vision is going.
A 44-year-old handgunner. You've seen some shit. So the handgunner is, you're correct. It's part of the soldier or recruit class, but it's out of Up in Arms, which is one of the supplement books. So if people are following along with their core rule book, you will not find it there. Now, Alex, I wanted you to go last because you are not like the others. So why don't you describe yourself?
I, for the first time ever in this game, rolled a not human, and I am a gnome. So that's exciting. And gnomes use magic, and I have no idea how to use magic, so I'm going to hope that doesn't come up.
We're going to talk about this more extensively after tonight.
Sure. So yeah, my dude is going to be an entertainer, which is kind of ridiculous because gnomes are known for being secretive and hermit-like, I guess, in this world. But the dice decided he's going to be an entertainer, and specifically a comedian. But I also have a loot, which is cool. He's 120 years old, 3'6", 88 pounds, and I don't know. For some reason, I'm kind of picturing him as like a tiny Bill Burr. It's just what I see when I think of him. When I try to picture his face, it's Bill Burr's face. I don't know. So I'm not going to talk like that. Don't worry.
I really wish you were. I wish you were. I also
Maybe
wish
that's
your
the
name
character
now was,
he affects when he goes on stage.
It's too aggressive.
I wish your name was Burr.
Did we touch on that?
That's what you wish?
These are
Really?
all completely random.
We're going to touch on that.
Or no? Okay.
All of these characters are completely created at random. We followed the full character creation process. Nobody did any personal selection, although I gave them the full reign to do so. Mike with Nigel got lucky and rolled up something he really wanted to play first round. The other two took a couple rolls to land on a career choice that you were looking for. So either way, we're super excited about this. Now, gentlemen, because this is the Grimdark Episodic and we are going to drop in on different things, you three will have been associated for some time. We're not going to play the Meet in a Tavern game today. How that is can be a multitude of things that we can determine over the past. It could be that Nigel is hired on to protect your goods, truth. It could be that Grell tails along to travel with you to go where you are selling goods to try to earn his entertaining business. things like that.
Truth has a sick wagon, and I don't like walking.
Could even just be that Grell wants to ride her in the wagon.
It's fine as long as he's paying me to do it.
I now just see the scene from the 40-year-old version, and it's Grell going, "Hope you got a big wagon. I'm putting my loot in it."
I do have a big wagon.
All right. So the three of you have been traveling together for some time. You find yourselves in the city of Ubersreik. Now, Ubersreik is a city nestled along the southern edge of the Empire, the southern edge of the Reich. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a quick map of Reichland. You guys have seen this in the past. But Ubersreik, if you want to take the time to zoom way down in, is southeast of Bogenhafen. It's at the intersection of two major waterways. So the Teufel River, which is one of the three largest rivers in the Empire. You have the Teufel, you have the Reich. I mean, you have hundreds of rivers throughout the Empire, but the Teufel is one of the large ones that comes out of Erzwald and Grunberg out of the east. You also have Ubersreik being right along the main pass that goes down into Bretonnia. So Ubersreik has risen to prominence and power over the last couple thousand years by being situated at a perfect trading position. Truth, a great reason for you to be there. All kinds of merchants, all kinds of buyers, all kinds of goods. Now, Ubersreik has a tumultuous history. It has been burned to the ground more times than many other cities within the Empire. And every single time it is built back up by the Dwarven allies and neighbors of Karak Osgaraz, the Karak nearby. This time, this most recent time, it was burned down during the Great War against Chaos in 2300, where Magnus the Pious gathered the Empire back together and went out to strike north against the Chaos. When he did so, greenskins flowed in from the Grey Mountains and destroyed Ubersreik utterly, massacred the population. As part of that, Ubersreik now is a city that is a fortress. The city itself is not like many other cities in the Empire. Most cities in the Empire you will see have small walls. Some of the smaller cities might just have a palisade. But like the large capitals, Middenheim, Altdorf, Nuln, they'll have big, thick walls. And so does Ubersreik. Because after being burned down again, Magnus invested all the resources to make sure it never happened again. So Ubersreik is a massive city with a couple major fortresses within, and it is a huge commercial trading hub. So, you find yourselves there. It is a warm, sunny morning in Ubersreik. You three, having made your way to town for business, have heard a rumor that an apothecary at the end of the Wizard's Way has developed a new, more effective healing draft. One that you have decided to investigate. Truth, maybe to buy it and sell it. Nigel, maybe to make your old bones ache a little less. Grell, maybe just to not lose your cart that is your ride with Truth. But there's an alchemist creating a more effective healing draft at the end of the Wizard's Way. The Wizard's Way winds north through the Artisan's Quarter of Ubersreik. Small shops are clustered to either side of the cobbled street, selling books, herbs, charms, wards, writing implements, curios, food, drink. You name it, you can find it. Think of the Wizard's Way, if you're trying to get an image in your head, as a cheery, but not Harry Potter, Diagon Alley in a Grimdark universe. Everything that you would find artisans and educated individuals needing is along the street. Above all of these shops looms a crooked tower with a slate roof and no discernible entrance. Eventually, as you make your way through the Wizard's Way and make your way through Ubersreik, you arrive at a small Platz. And in classic Warhammer fashion, the bastardized German language, a Platz it's a place, it's a space, it's a square. A handful of individuals cross this dirty square, and half dozen grubby children are playing a game that seems to mostly involve beating the hell out of each other with sticks. You watch as one just starts whacking on the other, and the other's going, "Arrgh!" One of the kids seems to stare at the three of you very suspiciously, just for a moment, stick raised, almost pointing at you, before returning back to the game and turning around and also beating on one of the other children with their stick. Behind them, the shop. A painted mortar and pestle hangs above one small doorway of this small 2-floor shop. In classic Empire construction, the bottom first couple feet are all stone, and then it's timber above. The sign is a very obvious advertisement for the occupant's wares. It is presumably the shop of one Cordelia Veselig, who is said to be the best apothecary in Ubersreik, and who has been said to have created a better healing draft. So, gentlemen, you find yourselves in the City of Commerce. It is a beautiful morning, and before you even ask, Alex, the clock is updated.
Is it?
It's 9 a.m. Let's go, baby. The day is yours. Welcome,
Brad, I appreciate you. Thanks, bud.
To Reichland.
Hell yeah. Is this shop of Cordelia Veselig, is it open? Like, are people going in and out?
At 9 a.m., it absolutely seems to be open. In the Empire, business begins promptly between 7:30 and 8 a.m., with most shops having doors open within that window.
Hey, Truth, why don't you drop this tailgate so I can jump off this fucking trailer?
I look back at him from walking beside my mule. I assume you're peeking up from underneath the canvas tarp that is covering the back of my wagon. And I kind of go, there's no just jump out. We're stopped.
Oh, I imagined you had like a little rail. That's fine.
I'm not that rich.
I squirm out of there and drop down to the ground. Flip you a middle finger on the way.
My mule poops as you do so.
What's your mule's name?
Oh, that's a great question. It is going to be
Bartholomew?
Bartholomew. It's Bartholomew.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
That's amazing. Bartholomew the mule.
Why mess with solid gold?
All right. So we're here
My
to
note is literally, my note so far is Bartholomew.
Oh, Nigel?
Yes, boss.
What you doing?
I'm keeping watch on your cart, or over your cart.
Oh.
I see some pesky little... Did we pass those kids, or are they still nearby?
They're playing off almost like front right of the shop, off right of the door that you would have to go in. So they're still there.
Okay. And which one of those kids was mean mugging us, you were saying?
Seemed to mean mug you and almost point a stick in your way before turning around and beating the hell out of one of the kids as well.
Kyle's not with us, right?
Kyle's not with you. He who dies to children is not here.
Probably okay.
Do you want to go scope those kids out? Make sure they're not going to attack me on my way in, you know?
On it, boss. I'm not going to go right up to the kids, but I'm going to walk a little ways over there and just see what they're up to.
Okay.
I would just like to point out the theme of Mike continuing to hassle children in every game we play.
So you notice there's a group of children. They're playing.
In this game, it's warranted.
Yeah,
that is true. I mean, yeah.
Kids aren't there unless they're up to something.
So you notice that Nigel, as you walk over to take a deeper look at these kids, you notice that there's a half dozen of them, 6 dirty, grubby children playing not far from the apothecary in the square. The tallest is the one that seems to have mean mugged you and pointed the stick at you. She has slightly longer hair, almost in like a dirty small pony at the back, and just tattered kind of like rag clothing. They're just playing a game that you've never seen, where they seem to be taking glee in smacking each other with sticks, almost as if they're some kind of a fighting game.
Okay, but they're sticking to themselves, mind their own business.
They seem to be. As you walk over, they all kind of stop and look at you, and you watch as they seem to almost assess you, as if you're walking over to them, like just to kind of very street child-like, almost see if they need to, are they in trouble? Do they need to run away? Kind of a situation, but they otherwise don't seem to give any care to you.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of do a loop, orbiting close to them, and then back to the cart. Do I see anything else in the square that might be sus towards truth?
So as you look towards the square itself, there are people bustling everywhere, rumors and snippets of conversation flying. There's nothing that seems to stand out yet. The apothecary itself seems to be just kind of the front space. Now, what I'd like for you to do, let's get some dice rolling. We're welcome back to Warhammer Fantasy. Go ahead and give me a... Let's go ahead and say, give me a... I was about to flip back to Imperium Maledictum and say, give me an awareness test. But give me a... let's start with a perception test, please.
Yeah, can I also note, I kind of want to be looking around to see if there's any guilders around, anybody who's like in a guild who's hawking wares on the street that I feel like I could get some gossip going with.
Okay. Then if you guys are all looking
plus
for that,
0?
it's going to be challenging plus 0, yes. And so, Truth, if you are also looking for guilders around, I'm not going to have you go with perception, per se. I want you to do a little more of an intuition. You're not looking to see what you see. You're trying to intuit if they appear to be guilders or others. However, with you being a merchant, Truth, you will roll at an easy plus 40.
Oh, nice.
So that's a -3.
A -3, okay. With a -3, yeah, you absolutely... The kids are the biggest threat to Truth at this point. You're not sure if they're going to go climbing in his cart. You're not sure if they're going to take his wares. Maybe they'll smack the mule with the stick. You're not sure, but the kids seem to be the biggest instigator that you're worried about right now.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm not carrying any wares currently. It's just a big target.
Okay.
You don't start with any wares, unfortunately.
All right.
But I did roll a 24 under 71 for intuition. So +5.
+5. Okay, with a +5. As you look around, you notice that there's not many other merchants specifically here. And you realize that it's probably because you're in the artisans' quarter rather than in the actual like merchant quarter, the mark plots. Now, I just did load up a map of Ubersreik City for you all. If you want to see exactly where you are, if you look where it says artisans...
Can't see anything.
It's black.
Oh, no. That's because I'm an idiot. And your GM is dumb. And we got to shut off token vision.
You're right.
How about now?
Hey,
That's better.
Okay, if you're looking at this map, there's and this is the map of Ubersreik from... it's in the starter kit. It's in Ubersreik Adventures. You'll find it there. If you look where Artisan's Quarter is listed, directly above the T, there is a square. And on the right side of that square is a lovely mortar and pestle note symbol that says Cordelia's Apothecary. You are in that square.
Oh, nice.
Now, Truth, as you look around with that intuition roll, you're not seeing numerous other merchants because if you were to zoom out, you would notice that you're nowhere near the mark plots. Merchants aren't trekking up here unless they're up here to acquire goods for their own purposes.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily looking for merchants. I was looking for guilders. So anybody who's in a guild.
I heard guilders and my brain went merchants. You do notice guilders. Walking through the space, you can see individuals who have the trappings and a fare of different guilds. And it's easy to see that. I mean, the Metalworkers Guild is a half-mile away, as is the Carpentry Guild and others. So you do see guilders mingling in the area. And in fact, as you look, one individual who seems to be garbed in the resplendency of a guilder steps out of the apothecary with a small draft in hand and just seems to go, yes, thank you so much. And he kind of looks around, grabs an extra coin, and goes, discretion would be key, thank you.
Trying to take a mental note of that person.
He is 5'5", skinny, a very pronounced Adam's apple, and wispy gray hair. A little bit of liver spotting on the skin.
And this dude paid off the apothecary? Or like
he had
gave
a
him some
draft
extra
in
money?
hand and gave an extra coin and asked for discretion.
Hey, well, I'm
Someone had a wild
listening
night.
to this going on. About how much does a draft normally cost? Would I expect?
Depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for like a healing draft or things like that.
The healing draft. What would I typically expect with a normal one? I know we're going in for a special one.
Above and beyond. That's a great question. So, Ubersreik is a very well-loaded city, so it's easy to grab things at cost. You're not going to see too much of a markup. So if you were looking for like a healing draft of some kind, you'd be looking at about 10 silver per.
10 silver? Okay.
Correct.
Now, Truth, are you fairly wealthy?
I have 7 silver to my name right now.
And you're standing in front of me observing the crowd. Brad, how far is his coin purse from me?
Truth, where did you keep your coin purse?
I would keep a false coin purse on my belt, and then I would also keep my main coin purse close to my heart, as it is the closest thing to me.
Having been with him enough, I would know that.
I think you would know that at this point, yeah.
Okay.
Underneath many
I won't pick
many
pocket
layers
you
of
yet.
scarves and shit if I have them.
Fine,
Okay.
fine. I'm just here to watch you guys enjoy buying stuff then. So,
Me too. I have 1 silver to my name.
yeah, you both have more than me.
The beauty of WFRP, where everybody starts broke.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go in. If I see a convenient guilder group to go walk up to and try and gossip with, I certainly will. I'm going to try and steer conversations toward this new healing draft. Try and get some info on it before we go in. But if not,
The best chance you have is the old, slightly stooped 5'5" skinny man who just seems to be leaving, asking for discretion, who is in the robes of a guilder.
sure.
Okay.
I'll go up to him and chat his butt up.
You look over and he's got a prominent nose, almost like slightly hooked, like a wobbly, loose chin. He looks to you and he's got not cataracts, but he's just got old. He's definitively old. He looks like he's in his mid-50s or 60s. And as you look at him, he goes, "Oh yes, hello. Have a good day." And he tries to motion past you, not realizing you're trying to engage to talk to him yet.
I see you have a draft there. Was this from this apothecary?
He
Trying to affect the same tone of voice he's taking a little bit.
He tries and fails to quickly hide it inside of his robes. He's like,
Oh, don't worry. Very hush-hush here. I have nothing to tell about you, good sir. I give him a wink. But I might be going to buy one of my own for also discretionary reasons, you see. How much would one of those run me, old chap?
Well, this one was a balmy 2 gold. Unfortunately, my wife. Well, you know how these things are. We don't look at a child. No, could not.
Oh.
But 2 gold is a very fair price. She's fantastic. Quite honestly, Cordelia is the best in the business, and very hush hush.
Oh, much appreciated, and good luck. Good luck with that.
We'll see what the missus says when I get home.
I'm gonna, as he laughs like that, I'm gonna laugh right back at him, trying to mirror what he's doing.
As this exchange is happening, Nigel, you watch as the kids have begun to kind of like slink up towards Truth and towards yourself. They're not trying to hide it. They're just kind of like trying to listen and see what's going on. I mean, there's 2 individuals. And Truth, what's your status off the cuff?
Silver 2.
So there's 2 individuals of obvious, a little bit of wealth chatting.
All right. How close are they about?
They're at this point, they're about 15 feet away from you.
All right. I'm going to wait till they get within like 5 feet or so.
Okay.
And then kind of give them a nod. And my uniform is a pretty long overcoat. I'm just going to peel one side of it aside just a bit and flash that thing that I keep on me and tell these little kids to fuck off.
So you have a slightly shorter than standard handgun. Handguns in the Empire are like, they're long, man. They're like old muskets, but yours is.
Oh no, this thing's hanging down past my knee. I just keep it.
Okay, even better then. Even better. So the kids kind of begin to creep up, and Truth, as you have this interaction with the individual, he turns to leave at this point, and you turn around and you notice Nigel beginning to open his coat. You just see his shoulders and his back, and he's beginning to open his long overcoat towards these children.
Well, I'm going to shout out. I'm going to look at Nigel. I'm going to kind of look him up and down like, what the fuck are you doing? You're going to pull a gun on these children? And I'm going to turn to the children, and I'm going to go, children, attention.
You see as the taller woman, the taller girl with the dirty pony goes, you heard him, attention! And they all snap their sticks to their shoulders and look at you like chests out.
I'm going to puff up my chest and affect my best shitty general, even though I look nothing like a general. I'm going to go, yes, good. Now, fall in line.
Fall in line! And they all snap a salute and begin a really shitty march towards you.
You see that man who I was just talking to?
Yes.
I believe he has coin to spare. Oh. If you can tell everyone in this town that he just bought a draft for healing.
I think we can do that.
Good.
I think we can do that. What's your name? And this is the girl just chatting with you.
I am Truth. Truth itself.
Truth itself. Truth itself. That's an interesting name.
It is. What is your name?
My name is Othelin.
Othelin?
Yeah, these are my friends. We like to play in the streets.
Do you live around here, Othelwin?
Yeah, I mean, we live in the city, I guess.
What are you doing outside of this particular shop, Othelwin? And I'm going to bend down a little bit and give her a very scrutinizing, teacherly stare.
As you're giving her the scrutinizing stare, she's looking right back at you. She goes, well, we come here every day, and we all come up and we play soldiers, and normally it's like if you're the worst one, you get hit a lot, and then you end up really bruised, and then you have to go get healed, and she's just mouth vomiting at you.
While she's doing that, I'm going to point to one of the other children. Do a lot of people come to this shop while you're playing soldier?
The other children are like, oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, all the time. As this is happening.
This is happening also, Brad?
Yep.
I have taken my top hat off and set it on the ground and leaning up against this building playing my lute. And I'm playing Richmond, north of Richmond. And just every now and then I stop for a second to talk shit about somebody's shoes or a goofy cloak they're wearing. Just letting you know what's happening with me while that's
Number
going
one,
on.
great song choice. Love that song. Number two.
Seemed appropriate.
It seems appropriate. Number two, roll me an entertain check, and we'll call it you are talking about rich men in a wealthier quarter, so we'll call it a challenging +0. As that's happening, though, Nigel and Truth, you both notice that Othelin is talking to you all just to try to keep your attention. And as she is doing so, one of the urchins has gotten behind Truth. And
I told them all to line up. If they were all lined up, I would have been watching them in the line. That was the whole point.
Yeah, I know. They start to spread out around you as they're chatting, and you're.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't continue to engage with them if they were spreading out around me. Fuck that.
So you absolutely notice as the -1 is beat by your. I had to roll a perception check for each of you.
I see.
Your +4s beat their -1s, as you see as the kid takes your false purse and cuts it and goes and takes 3 steps, opens it, and just goes, "Oh man!"
I would probably keep dry shit in there or something.
Yeah, literally dry shit. Is it Bartholomew's shit?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
The kid opens this bag up and you hear him go, "Oh man, it's dash shit," and just throws it.
And I look over and I go, "That's what you get for stealing, young man." And if he's close enough, I'm cuffing him.
He's close enough.
You hear from the distance the guitar stops. Dumbass!
He's close enough, so you cuff him. And as that all happens, as you cuff the kid starts crying at the top of his lungs. Just sits on the ground and just ah!
I'm going to start calling for a guard.
Okay.
Brad loses at least one die every time we play.
It's a beautiful die tower that Mike made me, and it's just the right height. Where if you notice, my hand is at the top of the tray, and the die tower is slightly taller. So they occasionally hit with just enough force to jump right out of the dice. Okay, that said, you call
Trap
for a
tower.
guard, and we're gonna revert, and we're gonna utilize the brand new supplement of Death Steps and Light Fingers because that has turnaround times for guard reactions with you yelling for guards. So is there anything specific you want to say?
I don't know. I'm gonna basically shout out, "There's this little thief who deserves its hand to be cut off. I need a guard over here."
Okay.
Basically
he's
trying to get these children the fuck out of my hair.
hollering for a guard. I'm going to address the remaining children who haven't spread out.
Yep.
Gone and done it now, you little shits. He will not stop at anything until he gets his pound of flesh. And by
Okay.
the looks of you, that's going to be about half your body.
So, Truth, Nigel, Grow. You don't even have to roll for this. You all look up and you notice a watch patrol. That is only a few blocks away. And they look up, they hear your call, and they look up, and you see the sergeant and the 4 guards with him in the colors of Altdorf. Not Ubersreik, the colors of Altdorf, the blue and red. Go. Huh. Hey, you little urchin shits! And they begin sprinting, and you watch as the kids go, "Are you kidding me?" And they start trying to run.
That's what you get for trying to steal from truth.
The child who's
Wait.
crying stops crying with just very obviously it was a fake cry. Stops crying, gets up and starts scrambling through the dirt after everyone else.
That one, when he starts running, I'm going to try and trip him. I'm just going to hold my foot out and try and trip his ass.
Give me a melee basic. It'll be an unarmed attack check to see if you can succeed.
And I
All
start
right.
playing Bad Boys.
Oh, astounding failure.
The loot begins to play Bad Boys.
Apparently, I throw my hip.
Well, let's see how bad he does. Let's find out. Oh no, he succeeds. So you go to stick your foot out, and the kid is obviously very used to people trying to stop him for the watch, and just leaps over your foot and continues going. Your hip makes a strange popping noise that is not good to hear at 44.
So it said I fumbled, though.
There's nothing to fumble. You critically
okay.
failed, which would be a fumble, but because it's an unarmed attack and he just jumps over you, there's no actual fumble. You're not with a weapon or in a situation where that matters. In
What
a
did you have-
combat, yes.
What did you have
Would've
me
been
roll
funny.
earlier, Brad?
What did I have you roll earlier? I had you roll an entertain check.
Okay, so can I do entertain comedy? Is it entertain or perform? Is my question.
You know what? It's going to be perform, or even in this case, play, because you are playing your lute and trying to...
Well, that's what I'm saying. I have 3. If I can call this I'm entertaining through comedy by doing a song and slipping in some shit talk and some goofy
allow it.
observational comedy, okay,
I'll allow it.
Then I will do entertain comedy, and that's an 11 under 55.
Okay, plus 4. Over the
At some
course...
point, you're gonna follow some guy around town with a tuba.
Over... How long do you want to play for?
I mean, as long as that interaction's going on.
Okay.
I'm assuming we'll be here 5-10 minutes.
In the 5-10 minutes you playing this song and mocking the kids as you play, the crowd really responds. The people milling in the square really respond to you mocking these poor urchins. You make 9 silver and 3 pfennigs.
Is that what
Yeah.
the dice said?
Yeah.
9 silver and, well, shit.
I made a good choice today.
You made a good choice. You mocking these urchins who hang out in the plaza around the guilds. They were in. Look, Warhammer's a grim universe, but you can make money making fun of kids, apparently.
So weird,
Right.
but okay, I'm here for it. All right, I'm gonna go into this shop. I'm sick of fucking around the street.
All right. The inside is small and cramped. It's a wide, it has 2 wide barred windows that let in a lot of light, but the space is, it's like walking into a curio shop or like a small, like a small bookshop where you're in a small space that is narrow and slightly longer, but they try to pack it as if it's twice the size that it is. There are shelves packed with bottles, boxes, pouches. The walls themselves are lined with like pull-out drawers with small pieces of parchment labeling what they are. and the whole space smells heavily of herbs and spices. There is, at the far end, about 10 feet from where you enter, there's a counter. And behind that counter is a woman, and behind her stands a doorway that is partially obscured with a couple pieces of like heavy red cloth, like curtains. The woman you see, though, she's handsome. Some say beautiful, but with her age, they use the word handsome over there. Sure. And she has long silver gray hair. And as you walk in, she's got a welcoming smile, dark rouge under both eyes. I think that's the right word, rouge. Almost like charcoal, almost like a blackish color. She has herbs in her hair and on her clothing. Her clothing itself is humble, but obviously worth money. That you walk in, Truth, and you immediately see that while she is not being ostentatious with her wealth, she has wealth. She has hands coated in fingers, and 4 necklaces hang from her neck, and she looks up and she goes, "Hello, welcome to my apothecary. How can I help you?"
Yes, it's come to our attention that you may have a new draft for healing that I would be very interested in partnering with you to distribute. My name is Truth Schaefer.
Truth. My name is Cordelia. I'm the apothecary of this town.
Can I see over the counter?
Actually, no. And as she says this, she kind of leans forward. She's almost twice your height, Grell.
I look up at her. Would it be so much to get a step stool in here?
Yes. And she reaches down and grabs a small stool and wheels it around the counter for you. As I was saying, my name is Cordelia Vesseling. This is my apothecary. I've been serving this town for quite some time. It is fortunate that you are here. Very fortunate, actually. The draft that you are asking about, it is not complete. It is not ready yet. We're almost there, almost. But people have loud mouths and have advertised it far too far in advance. But I have a friend in town, staying across town, and I must go meet with this friend. However, she kind of looks around. She points out the right window, and she goes, Don't look immediately. But if you look out that window, there's these 2 slightly skeevish characters sitting
I
in that
immediately
alley.
look.
You look immediately, and she goes, I said with subtlety. Regardless, there are 2 slightly skeevish characters in that alley over there. They've seemed to have been following me all day, and I'm quite worried that they're up to no good. I'm not sure if they're trying to rob me or something, or perhaps if they're trying to, whatever their untoward nature is. However, I need to go meet with my friend, so I would love to work with you all and, just hire you for a little bit of help. Perhaps I can take them down Whistlebone Alley, not far from here, and you could set up so that I could go by and you could stop those 2 and just prevent them from following me, and I'd pay you, and, just a little fee. But I do need to meet with my friend, and I really don't want them to follow me to him.
I look over my shoulder at Nigel and raise an eyebrow. Like I'm...
Do you mean a mugging?
No, I don't want them to get harmed. Look, my reputation is also on the line as they are following me. I just don't want them to follow me, if that makes sense. I just want them to be scared of. I don't know who they are. I don't really know what they want. I just don't feel good about it. Like a woman of my stature, a woman of my singularity alone in the city, it just doesn't feel right.
How long have they been out there?
Intimidation. Okay.
A couple hours at this point. I saw them last night. They followed me through the alleys, and I thought they were just going in the same direction, but then they're posted up outside of my shop and my home.
Intimidation, that's your thing, Nigel, and I pat you on the tummy.
Looking at my skills, I don't think it is.
The best part about Grell is you were saying earlier you wanted to try to play a serious character, and the dice said no.
It said no. It said you're an idiot.
you're no.
I look back at her. Why not just go to the guard?
The guard won't do anything. They haven't done anything yet.
I look down at myself, and you think I am going to do something? I'm a pot-bellied traitor. Like,
which guard did you attempt to use? Because the guards we just used were very responsive.
For what?
Well, those little and I catch myself mid-expletive.
What
children.
did you do?
The wee urchins out front were trying to steal from me.
No, it's Offlin and her crew. They only ever take off with a couple coins. They don't have any parents. You didn't call the guard on them, did you really?
Well,
Of course, I did. They tried to steal from me. I am a traitor.
No, I mean, look, it makes sense. That's unfortunate. She is a good
You know,
girl.
that-
She just...
I gave them
These
a good
people are
head
going to get a
start.
lot worse than that, than having the guards called on them. Somebody's going to stab them in the head trying to steal their change.
What?
You know where we live. I look around at all these people like... I've seen people killed for nothing.
I suppose that is. I suppose that is true. Well, regardless, I haven't gone to the guard. To your point, I'm so sorry. What is your name? She's looking right at you, Nigel.
My name's Nigel, ma'am.
That is an eloquent name, Nigel. I haven't gone to the guard because these two haven't done anything yet where the guard would even intervene. Telling the guard that I feel like I'm being followed and that makes me nervous as a woman doesn't seem to carry the same level of response as urchins attempting to steal from a merchant. By the way, did Offlin manage to get any coin from you?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. You see,
I wasn't born yesterday. I bristle a little bit. Like
she grabs a piece of parchment,
nobody's
begins
gonna
writing
steal from me.
I'm not even gonna make you roll. You can notice that she's literally writing like "scold Offlin" on a piece of parchment. Like so again. If you're willing to help me, I'll pay you all 5 shillings each. I just need you again. I don't need them roughed up. I definitely do not need them. And she looks to you, Nigel. Goes, I definitely do not need them handled with your manner based on your apparel of former duties. I don't need that. I just need to not have them follow me.
And understood. And what if they don't agree with your level of
Restraint.
non-violence?
Then I would defer to your judgment, as I have employed you to help as bodyguards, essentially.
Ma'am, that is not 5 shillings.
Right. I can give you this concession for 5 shillings each. We will endeavor to set up a roadblock at a choke point of your choosing. After you pass, I will ride my cart with my mule in front of the entryway, and we will stumble about and stall them. That is the best I can offer.
That would be perfect.
But if they get aggressive, we will not intervene.
Again, that is perfectly understood. Thank you.
For an extra shilling, I could certainly inform you if I overhear anything from their lips as they pass.
Done.
Done deal.
5 shillings with an extra shilling for any news. I appreciate that.
5 shillings each.
Oh, yes, of course. 5 shillings each plus 1 additional shilling.
Does that include my mule? He is doing a lion's share of the work, you know.
No. I'm not paying for your mule. Although he is predominantly doing the work. It is true. I tell you what, to make it fair, rather than just doing 5 shillings each and 1 additional shilling for any news, I will just make it a blanket 6 shillings each to cover the mule's endeavors.
This is very agreeable.
Excellent. If you would like to go set yourselves up in Whistlebone Alley, I will be making my way there. I'll give you a head start and head out about 10 minutes after you do, just to ensure that we have adequate time for you to be prepared.
Certainly. And is Whistlebone Alley, would you like us to block after you enter the alley or after you are leaving the alley?
Oh, no, yes, please. If you set up in a good position where you can block as I pass you, that'd be perfect.
Yes, but as you are entering the alley or as you are leaving the alley?
I would say the alley itself has a nice kind of center space, almost a small plaza like here, where you could use that, and we could use that as a midpoint. If you block there, you basically create a choke point coming in, and I can still go out the other side.
She would like us to set up in a dangerous location away from the eyes of the guards.
Well, I also no, not like that. I'm not really looking for the guards to.
But I might be.
Well, I mean, Whistlebone Alley is right off the Wizardly Way. It's not too far from the guards. We have patrols every 15 minutes.
Fine. I like you, so we will do it your way, in your position.
I appreciate
Nigel, any concerns?
Loads.
Good. We'll do it anyway.
that. She takes a piece of parchment and looks to you, Truth, and goes, all right, so, Truth, Nigel, looks over at you, Grell, and goes, the halfling. What is your name,
Hey.
sir?
Oh, that's a bit
You're not a
racialist.
halfling.
You're not.
Yeah, I look around. Me?
What do you mean you're not a halfling?
Whatever. My name's Grell.
Grell. Thank you, Grell.
Jesus, these people.
And the
I look at
He's
her
a
and I
person.
go, he is my esteemed gnomish conglomerate.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're educated and funny. Everyone knows gnomes aren't real. Come on, they're just Bretonian lies. Good pieces of literature, though.
I look down at Grell. See, I told you.
She's taking a piece of parchment, Truth, and you can see that she's writing essentially a bill and hands it to you and says, obviously, payment upon completion of effort, but 18 shillings to your name. Here's this from me, and just meet me back here later this evening, and I'll have it for you.
I would like to evaluate that receipt to make sure that it carries her seal in a way that I can enforce it with the legal authorities of the city.
If you have the evaluate skills, go for
Oh,
it.
I sure as fuck do.
It'll be an easy plus 40 as a merchant.
That'll be an 11 under, you said a plus 40, 83.
So plus 7, yeah. It doesn't carry the legal seal of the city. It's a piece of scratch parchment.
But is
that
it
she scribbles
enforceable?
on. It's
Does
absolutely
it have her
enforceable.
seal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got her
okay.
signature on it.
Okay.
It has. She took one look at you and realized you're going to want something. You're not going to just do this with promise of payment. So she created essentially
That's the truth.
little bit of a Jesus Christ. Sigmar be praised. Good Lord. All right. So she created basically a contract for services.
Perfect. I am tucking that in my real purse.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to probably tuck that in my leather wallet next to my purse. That's like...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you see as Cordelia kind of points out the window and goes, so Whistlebone Alley is that avenue right over there to the left, and she begins grabbing a shawl and she flips the sign on her door to closed. It's just over there, past those barrels, and if you follow the alley down and to the right and
I
wait for me
assume
in
I
that
know where
space.
this alley is,
She's
right? I've
pointing
been
at
here
it.
before, probably.
Yeah, and she's also pointing at it.
Yeah, if she's pointing at it and I know where it is, I'm like, I understand. I am a professional. I'll be
Beautiful.
there.
Beautiful. Thank you. Excellent.
Nigel?
Let's be off.
You all head out towards Whistlebone Alley. Now, Whistlebone Alley is a winding lane, and it twists and turns between some of the shops on Wizard's Way before opening up eventually onto what is known as the Pootsenstraats. Inside of this, though, there is a small space in between the shops that creates a little plaza, as you can see. And so there is a small space, and that's very obviously what Cordelia is hoping that you will be waiting, especially with your cart, right in front of the well to be able to block off that space. The overall area, as you kind of make your way back there, you notice that it's mostly just surrounded by a little bit of trash, a little bit of refuse. Like, this is definitively the area behind the shops where things are just lingering. It's an alley. It's people throwing crap that they don't want the buyers to see out the back doors. There's a well in the center of the kind of plaza space that you're at. Multiple piles of both trash and wood lining it. And then to the south of this plaza, there's a wooden gate that seals off another avenue. So I've popped up a little map of Whistlebone Alley for you guys to look at. You can plan however you want to try to help Cordelia. As you know that her main endeavor is to just to not be followed.
Sure.
So when you guys plan that, I'm going to grab that die I dropped.
All right.
I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to follow her.
We could put one of us to that task.
I said I want to follow her.
He's probably the one for the job.
I'm just planning to basically...
Like right over here?
Yeah, if there's a way we can load some of that junk or those logs or whatever onto the cart and then fake like the cart's
Spilled or...
spilling behind her or whatever and just block their path with it.
Yeah, let's... I like
Don't
that.
step on my goods, that kind of thing. This is valuable lumber.
You want to do it on the far side over here? I'm assuming we're kind of going left to right.
I assume that's the path as well. I assume
Yes,
that's
so
the only...
she's coming
two-
from number 1 on the left. That is
Yeah.
from the Wizard Way. And then it'll come into the plaza itself.
Okay.
I assume there's only like the 2 ways.
Yeah, let's post up at the entrance by the log pile, and we'll start.
Ooh.
We'll
Ooh.
pop some logs up onto the wagon and then put it on top of the canvas so I can just like dump it with the canvas.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just quickly. I have a feeling we might want this. We'll see.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm a merchant.
You guys don't. So we don't have character art. So just for anybody listening along, we are using Foundry. Just for some additional support here. WFRP is a little less theater of the mind happy than Imperium Maledictum is. So what you see here is I dropped your characters into this map. So Nigel, Truth, and Grell. You can put yourselves wherever you think you want to be. Now, Truth, I'm going to assume that your token indicates you driving your mule and cart, just so you know. Based on your conversation of kind of blocking a walkway with the cart.
Brad, do you want me to share the screen or no?
No, you don't have to. If you want to, feel free. But
I don't care.
There's no need. I will upload a map of this later, and we'll just kind of talk through it.
Okay. So, yeah, I would be over here as well.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, share your screen. You guys are going to be looking at Foundry anyway.
All right, give me a sec. Share screen.
That way we can at least have the visuals, even though we don't have character art for any of y'all.
Didn't have time. These characters are
30 minutes
an hour old.
I look like the hunter from Jumanji without the hat.
Good.
I dig that. Stupid mustache.
And then close, Justin on the right, close the PCs folder. There you go. All right.
Nobody saw that.
All right. So at this point, that's why my right window whenever I have to share my screen is always just the chat log, just in case. All right. So are you guys happy where you are at this point?
I mean, my cart and my Bartholomew was not there, but you know. Whatever.
Since we have tokens out, no, but yes, I'm fine.
My plan is that when this cart interaction happens, I want to be on the side that Cordelia is ending up on.
Okay.
So that I can just peek around this corner and decide which way I'm going to go.
Okay. Understood.
So then you want to be to the right of... Oh, no, you're in the right spot. Never mind.
Yeah, right there's good.
there.
I mixed it up. Why does she get art?
Well, because if you got to see where she's going, she's got to get dropped on the map for a half second.
You didn't even know what our careers were like an hour ago, man.
Okay, so you all make your way in. So walk me through your ambush plan here.
Oh, sure. So I have the mule.
Yep.
And the cart set up. We have loaded some of the lumber here in the back.
Okay.
Onto the cart. As we see Cordelia coming into view, I'll start to kind of move the cart around a little bit. I'll be messing with Bartholomew, and as she passes, I'm gonna pull on a rope, I guess. Well, does anybody have a rope? I guess is
you're just gonna block this space up then.
Yeah, with the spilled lumber and the cart and everything.
Okay.
So, and then as they try and pass, just don't step on my goods. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. So just FYI for scale, this is accurate. So like I can only do so much with the grid. It says it's 4 yards. That would be like 12 feet. That's about right. It's big enough for
that's
two
easy
carts.
enough.
So with your cart going diagonal like that rather than side by side, you'll absolutely end up blocking that between the mule and the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then, you have...
I would also like to rile Bartholomew up in case anybody tries to sneak past him so that he gets to kicking.
Ooh.
Does your mule have any war training or anything?
Ooh, can I use my animal thing? Hang on, what is it called?
What is your animal thing?
Animal care. I think I have a talent too, actually. Animal affinity. I can charm my animals. You can train them not to be belligerent.
Yeah, you can train him to be calm. But not...
Can we just pretend he didn't train him?
I think I would know what would piss my own mule off, though.
You do. So I will add that you also know that your mule is not war trained, is not trained in that manner, and those are things in WFRP, which is real. You have no control
war mule?
over. There are war mules. You have no control over what Bartholomew does if you rile him up. Just a warning.
I won't rile him up then. It's fine.
Okay. All right. You can. It could be hilarious. I would love it. But I don't want it to end up badly for you and you be angry about it. All right, so
You know you're in entire control of that, right? But carry on.
the dice gods are the dice gods. Okay, dice
Not
gods
if you
are the
don't
dice
roll.
gods. I like to roll. I like a little bit of Brad didn't do it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the plan: Bartholomew's cart is now full of wood. You're going to pull it up in front of the gates to just create a blockade and deal with it from there after she has passed. And then Grell, you're going to figure out where you want to be based on her. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay. So I'm gonna be on her side of the cart when the cart incident happens,
Got it.
and then from there I'll decide if I want to climb over the cart to help or follow her.
Understood.
just
And
kinda see
Nigel,
what happens.
where you currently are you on the cart? Is that the representation, or are you just lingering off the side?
No, I'm standing by this wood pile,
Okay.
and once the cart passes that wood pile to create the obstruction,
Please hold, though.
it.
That wasn't exactly what I was envisioning. We are leading the cart. So the cart is starting to turn into the alley, and then we just kind of halt it, and it spills everywhere.
So the goal is not to block the alley.
It
like
is to
definitively.
block the alley, but we want to be on the other side of the cart. All of us do.
so it's
So that when they try and come over the
Square
cart,
cart
it's like, oh, don't step on my stuff. We need to get this cleaned up. So they're going to get blocked into the alley.
I understand.
We're free to leave if we want to.
Okay, I understand.
if
So
that's
I'm not
the
trapping
case,
myself in an alley. Fuck that.
Yeah.
got it.
So then,
Great.
were you envisioning me more up here with Grell?
Is this all right? Is our positioning before or after we set the trap off?
You're just telling me where you want to be when the trap goes off, kind of a thing.
Okay, after the trap goes off.
I'm
over
letting you
here.
guys just tell me how you want this, for lack of a better word, I'm going to call it an air quote ambush event to go.
Right. So when we start where I was,
Yep.
so south of the alley
Yep.
entrance there would be where we start before we see Cordelia come through. As
Okay.
Cordelia comes through and passes, we would start to go up the alley behind her, trigger the cart to get flipped or whatever. And
Understood. Understood. So
Now we have a cart between us and them.
correct.
I got it.
I am a merchant. I am not a fighter. And you have a gun.
So 10 or 15 minutes go by, and you see as Cordelia comes out in a slight cloak, the shawl that she had grabbed wrapped around her head, and she looks to each of you, and she gives just the most almost imperceptible nod that you all obviously noticed was for you. And she bustles across the alley, making her way into the other space. And as she does, not far behind, just far enough to almost not be noticed, come these two idiots. Now, as
Brad,
she
please
comes
tell-
around the corner,
Please tell me again real quick which book the gnomes were in.
Rough Nights, Hard Days.
Got it, thank you.
It's a scenario supplement. So, right as you kind of finished your preparation, you've got the cart ready to go. Cordelia walks through the alley, briskly passing, gives you the nod, and very shortly thereafter come these two. It's obvious by looking at them, they think they're being sneaky. But Cordelia knows they're there, you all know they're there, and as you three begin to guide the cart into the alley to jam it up, you hear one of them go, Hey, wait a second, oh, shit.
Yep. And all the logs go spilling off the cart.
All the logs dump off the back, and you hear him just kind of go, oh, shit. Well, I'm never going to catch her now. Do you...
You there! Could you help us with this mess?
God. You see two individuals. One is a mid-20-year-old man, tall, bearded. He has a surly look on his face at this whole event. But he looks run down and beat up. He looks like he hasn't slept much in many days. He looks...
What's wrong with your face? Does your right eye get more sleep than the left eye?
I'm tired.
What's wrong with you?
Damn. That's just mean. I'm tired.
No, but, I hear picking up logs can help you not be tired. You give them a hand, why don't you? You want to get through, right?
I'm too busy trying to... Do you understand what you three have done?
Yeah, we're
speak
moving
to
logs
my-
to your mom's house. Now we're going to be late.
Don't speak to my esteemed companion in that way.
While they're doing that, I am gonna kind of... I'll just say, I'll be right back. I gotta get the rope, and I'm gonna turn that corner and just
fall. Are you going to follow Cordelia?
not necessarily. How fast is she going? And
So she's moving briskly. She understands that you bought her time, but she doesn't know how much there is. So she is power walking.
I am gonna attempt to follow. I'll kind of weave, duck, dip, and dodge, and I would love to know if I have a magic spell that would help me be stealthy, but I don't know shit about magic, so you can go back to them and I'll look around for a minute.
So being a gnome, you have, if you choose to eventually go into channeling, because gnomes have innate magic powers, you have to go into shadow magic or death magic. Gnomes are kind of darker characters in this game. They're not happy-go-lucky, cheerful people. That said...
Good, I'm playing it right.
You currently don't have magic to the best of my knowledge for creating a gnome, so feel free to look at it. But go ahead and give me a stealth urban, challenging +0, and it's going to be opposed by her perception. We're just going to see if you get noticed.
Ooh. 11 and now a 10? I'm keeping these dice for the other campaign. Stealth urban is 44, so that's a 10 under 44.
Okay, so you have a +3.
I am also kind of slow. I only have a 3 movement. So I might have to hustle.
Okay. So as you follow her, she does go down this alley, and as you follow her down the alley, you watch as she goes to take this next turn, and she looks back, and Grell, where are you? You're here. You notice as she goes to take this turn, and as she does, she looks back, gives you a quick nod and goes, "Thank you," and continues walking. She absolutely noticed you trying to be stealthy behind her. You can continue to follow her, but she's going to keep moving.
I will just... With that, I'll... Nah. She obviously has some pretty good awareness. I think I'll just kind of meander down to that corner and see what is at the end of the corner.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute.
Yep.
Nigel, truth. The two individuals making their way up, one again, mid-20s, male, tall, bearded, longer goatee of the beard, shorter sides, ragged leather hat. He's carrying a crossbow with bolts. He's wearing leather armor, and you realize, as he approaches, he's got manacles and a rope hanging from his belt, along with a sword. And he looks to you both, and he just goes, "Damn it all, do you understand what you just did? We needed to follow her. Ingrid, let's help these guys get the hell out of the way as quick as we can." And the woman...
So sorry, sir. So sorry. Who is her?
The apothecary.
Well, why would you need to follow the apothecary? It is a noble profession.
Yeah, what...
Does she know you're following her?
Well, I would assume so, if you two did this.
What do you mean by that? Are you accusing me of something, sir?
Yeah, it's so...
Bartholomew here spilled the logs.
It's so fortuitous that she just happens to go down an alley where you two are turning a cart and spilling wood everywhere. Look, she's not in trouble. All right? We think she's being targeted by somebody who is not the greatest person in the world. But as he says this, he and the other person are helping to huck wood back into your cart as fast as they can. The other woman is...
No, we were dropping off here, and I point at the wood pile.
He kind of looks and he goes... reaches in, pulls everything back out, and just
We
goes,
just missed. That's all.
I don't have time for this. Look, she is not in trouble. Okay, we're bounty hunters.
She is none of my business. I was just asking a question. You were oversharing. Don't look at me.
All right, we're done with this. And he just starts climbing over your cart, and he goes, "Come on, Ingrid."
You just stepped on my property, sir.
Now take it up with the watch. And he jumps off the cart and begins to follow
I'll
after
need
her.
your name.
He looks back and he goes, "Sure. It's Janik."
Is it really, or are you lying to me?
At this, they're already running down the alley after Grell. So, Grell, you make your way to the corner. And by the time you do, what's your movement speed, Grell?
It's a 3. That's not great.
So as you make your way to the corner, you see that it just keeps rounding. And she is
No ziggy
gone.
zaggy.
Yeah, she's gone.
I am going to, as quickly as I can, take note of what shoe prints she's leaving behind. If I can. If there's like dust or mud or something that she's actually leaving an impression behind, I'll try to take a quick note of it.
Okay. Let's take a peek at your skills really quick before I tell you what I want you to roll.
So look at the shoe print in the dirt. It's not a skill.
You don't have track.
No, I don't.
I tell you what. Give me a perception check to notice the type of shoe print.
No.
No.
78
so you notice
over
that there's
mystery.
a lot of... It's not like thick sand. It's not thick mud. It's just dusty, dirty. It's hard to track a shoe print, in the early day like this. So, Truth, you've noticed as the two bounty hunters, as they claim they are, have climbed over your cart, not caring about your property, and just continuing. Nigel, do you guys do anything as they're doing this? Minus that's my property.
I'm not going to stop them.
Okay. All right.
No, probably not. I'd probably just try and get in their way as they're passing, but I wouldn't actually be physically confronting them in any way.
Okay.
Just trying to slow them up at all.
All right.
In any way I can.
As they climb over the cart, they look down the alley. They realize they're gone. They go, shit. Damn it.
As I see him, I'm going to shout down the alley, "Hey, it's the guy with the face!"
The guy with the face.
I'm going to say it to him. "What are you doing with that face over here again?" And then I'm just going to start hurling some insults, and I'm going to kind of say to the other guy, like, "You walk around with this guy? His face like that?"
You notice as she pulls the pipe out, begins puffing on the pipe, and just goes, "I don't really have a choice, do I?"
Man, you really should put something over that. You're going to scare the kids, and I'm going to go into a whole bit about how my gardener used to have an ugly face, and the kids were scared of him, and he used to walk around the neighborhood like a T-Rex. I don't know.
I would like to moralize it. Janik for a minute and just be like, if you are following her, you should let her know what's going on, especially if she's in danger.
The woman puffing the pipe, she very obviously is puffing on this pipe to try to look more tough, more old. She's a teenager. She does not look older. She just looks stupid. She goes, "Well, I suppose if you must know, we were chasing him down, not for her. She's apparently, either she or her friend are the target of one Hannah Bowman, and we're trying to arrest her." And she reaches into her, puts the pipe in her mouth and begins ruffling through her leathers and pulls out a writ of warrant and just hands it over for you to look at and just goes, "We're trying to arrest Hannah. She's the one who seems to be the problem. She's killed a few folks. Some would call her a rogue witch hunter. She's taken to trying to purge all magic users, whether they're warranted, licensed, or not. So,
no, that's atrocious. Atrocious. Vigilante justice. That.
Of course it is. Cordelia, we're following her because she was in contact with a friend who we think is Hannah's next target. So we were using her to try to draw out the witch hunter. And
why wouldn't you just let her know?
If you think she's in danger, you know where she works. Why didn't you just ask her?
Exactly.
Because she's not who we're worried about. We want.
You don't want to. Yeah, but you're standing
friend.
around here like creeps, making everybody uncomfortable. Nobody wants to help you because you're being weird. Why don't you just go in and ask her?
You see the woman take a puff on a pipe and goes, "I told you she saw us."
Hey, what are you, 12? What are you doing with that pipe?
I'm 17.
17, 12, whatever. Put the pipe down. You look ridiculous.
It's just like turns away and starts tapping it out.
And then I put my hand out, hoping to have a puff off the pipe.
And she looks and she goes, and starts tapping the burned embers out into your hand for you.
Do I? No, I want the pipe. Do
She's
I put that in my inventory?
She's literally just smacking smacking the char out into your hand. Did she say where she's going?
I don't know anything about that woman. And you stepped on my goods. You owe me shillings. Or at least a few pence.
Roll deception.
Do I have to?
We're going to
my
call it...
goods.
Deception's not a real test, so let's call
Haggling?
it
Charm.
Roll it charm.
You mean haggling?
We're going to get to the haggle bit in a bit. First, I need charm.
I'm not trying to be very charming, but it's okay.
You're not. The charm is just to see if they believe that you don't know her.
Is it a challenging?
It's opposed, so it's always challenging, yes.
Okay, so 55 over 47, so -1.
That's okay. That beats their -3, and they go, fuck, you really don't know her.
Of course I don't.
Ingrid,
You
just...
think I was lying to you?
Look,
I don't have time for this.
You're charging us for stepping on your firewood that you're dropping off in an alley full of refuse.
Would you like me to rouse the owners and ask them how much it's worth to them?
Yeah, please do. Look, we're staying
The
down.
thing
at
you
one
don't
of-
understand is you knocked the bark off, and now it's not going to dry properly. This guy's going to be pissed off. Do you understand how wood works?
He grabs a piece of wood. He grabs a piece of the wood and smacks it and goes, "It's pretty fucking dry."
That looks like damaged goods now.
Look like another
Toss-
pence to me.
He just kind of tosses it up in the air. He goes, if you really want to collect on your goods, sir, come find us at the inn at the end of the day after we've done with our duties, and we will happily deal with you in the watch at that time. You can take it to the courts."
I pull out a notepad. Which inn, sir?
It's a great question that the GM doesn't know. Hang on.
All right, fair enough. I'm not trying to be
There's about
abrasive. I just
7
need to know where to follow up. So,
There's about 7 inns in the city, so I just need to see where they're staying.
is it the Red Moon Inn?
It's not the Red Moon Inn. That would have been great, though. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, they go there, they go there, they go there. We're going to say that they're staying at they're bounty hunters, so they don't really have a ton of money. You can stop sharing your screen, by the way. We're done.
Okay.
They're going to be staying at, we'll say, Rugger's boarding house, right on the Toybrook River. Makes the most sense as bounty hunters. It's cheap. So he looks at you and he goes, "Look, we're bounty hunters. We're carrying the writ of the law. You can find us at Rugger's boarding house. Bring the watch. Feel free."
Can I see the writ?
Holds up the warrant again. It's a warrant for one Hannah Bowman.
Can you read and write, Crow?
Yes, I can.
Oh, sweet. There's 2 of us that can. Nigel, can you?
Hell no.
Perfect.
Whether I can read or write or not, I would have asked him.
Yeah.
He shows you the
Show it.
warrant, and then as she's showing you that, they're reaching in their leathers, and they pull out Hannah Bowman's wanted poster, and they go, "Look, you've already derailed our day. There's a high likelihood that now she's in trouble. So if you see this woman, come find us at Rugger's boarding house, please."
Does it say what the reward is for Hannah?
It doesn't list a reward. It just says wanted.
All right.
You can assume there will be a reward. I mean, we're talking about...
I'm eyeballing that picture to try and remember what she looks like.
Okay. Yeah, it's obvious that there's probably going to be a reward of some kind.
Sure.
Because it's a witch hunter that is up for arrest. So
Yeah.
So they show you
we
that,
don't-
and they begin to take off down the right side of the alley, following, as Grell knows, the direction that Cordelia went. And that's where we're going to take our midway break.
Okay.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1. Just fading in from the break from that. All right, so where we left off was Cordelia had just snuck past and was rushing around through the alley, and the 2 bounty hunters had kind of explained the situation of why they were following her. So you guys were pretty much up in the air. Truth basically saying that you didn't know who she was. You had nothing to do with her getting away, anything like that. So, gents, at this point, you've seen the warrant. You've seen the wanted poster. You know that these 2 are after someone named Hannah Bowman, who they shared is a witch hunter gone wrong.
Is it normal for children to be bounty hunters?
Normal, no, but it's not unheard of to be 17 and be in a career. I mean,
Okay.
think
I
about
get it.
Warhammer like the medieval ages. By 16, most people are doing something.
Better be doing something by 9, or you're off the farm.
All right. So, gents, they begin to take off, and they're heading down the alley and obviously trying to track down Cordelia. At this point, you have done your duty to Cordelia. What would you like to do at this point?
Going to take Bartholomew and to put him all the way down this alley like we said we were going to do.
Okay. You
Did
just
she give
continue
us
to make
any
your way through the alley.
end point to collect?
She said to meet her back at her shop this evening.
Point of order, had anybody cared that we were taking all this fucking firewood?
No, you're in an alley. Nobody even noticed you doing it.
I'm going to put all that firewood back on the cart.
Okay. You load the cart
I'll
back
help
up.
you.
There's the
Firewood.
merchant.
Okay. You manage to gather a cartload of firewood.
Actually, is there anything valuable in the crates as we're in here?
No, the crates are all empty, broken, open. Like, it's garbage.
Sure. Firewood it is. Cool.
Okay. You load the cart with firewood. Best guess, yeah, you probably got about 5-6 silver worth of wood.
Yeah. Let's go have a bonfire.
So as you begin to make your way out of the alley, what would you like to do?
I have no idea.
Gain any
I would like to leave the
experience,
alley and examine what the fuck's going on. Because I don't know where we are.
Well, you don't know where Cordelia went. She left you. The bounty hunters are trying to find her. They've gone down that way. It would take you about, to load the cart full of firewood, it'd probably take you about 30-45 minutes to fully load it.
Took us that long. All right.
Fuck.
To fully load it. The first time you just loaded some on to dump off. If you're just trying to take what you had originally, that'll take you 5-10 minutes.
That's
you want-
fine. Is that like a silver or two?
It's like a
of-
silver or two. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you have a silver or two worth of wood.
I'm not trying to fleece these people. I just want some extra money out of it.
Okay. So you know that Cordelia kept going in one direction. Grell lost her. The two bounty hunters have gone that way to try to find her and figure out where she's going. You know that the bounty hunters are staying at a Ruger's boarding house. And you know that Cordelia's place is behind you back in the plots. But beyond that, yeah, you don't have a ton.
I don't know. I guess I can try and ask people as we go along which way people of their varying descriptions went. That's
Sure.
the only thing I can think of.
All right.
If we're actually trying to follow and get ahead of this.
Go ahead and give me a, let's call it a difficult -10 gossip check, please.
Can I assist him?
You can. Yeah.
What does that mean?
He can also roll.
Oh. I don't roll to assist his roll. I do my own roll.
Well, there's two different ways. So you could just assist him, which would give him +1 success level. That's the standard piece.
I'll just do
assist. Okay.
Oh. Difficult -10. That's
Difficult -10. I got to remember, I think in WFRP, I think if you assist, you either add a +10.
I don't know if we established this. Are we allowed to use fortune because we're doing a one shot?
Oh, yeah.
I guess that lets me reroll, right?
You can use a fortune point to reroll. Yes. What I will
Can I
add.
also use it to just gain an extra success level?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
see. What is my skill in gossip? So it's 47, so it would be 37 with a -10. I rolled a 57. You gave me a +1. So if I give
Assistance
myself,
gives you a +10.
yeah, so it would have been against my 47 basically. So yeah, if I just spend it to give myself one success level, I get a +1.
Okay. Yeah, just to note, you can use any resources. These characters will persist for other episodic events, so just
I
keep that
see.
in mind. But this is a session. This is a real session because we actually get to play for 3 hours straight. So it'll all regenerate at the end of this. Use them.
Sure.
All right, so you got +1 success.
Yep.
Speaking with people as you continue along that path, you throw out a couple things of like, have you seen, a person who looks like this? And I will add that Cordelia is a very distinctive woman. Long
Yeah,
silver
she's got
hair.
a really messed up face, baggy eyes. Ugh.
That's not Cordelia.
Oh, not that. Yeah, sorry, wrong one. My bad.
That's Ingrid.
My bad.
But the bounty hunters are also, to your point, very telltale. They look exhausted, a little bit ratty. People happily point you in the direction. Now, the thing you notice is they're pointing fingers in different ways. Cordelia follows. You hit a point where Cordelia goes down a main road, and the bounty hunters went down a side road. So the question becomes, who do you want to follow?
I would rather follow Cordelia. We know where they're going to be, too.
So you continue to follow the clues along Cordelia, and eventually you realize that Cordelia has made her way to an inn. An inn that is along the water. So you navigate the bustling streets of the Artisan's Quarter. You speak with folk passing you by. In truth, you actually hear a couple people yell out, "How much for the wood?" as you're navigating.
I don't know. I call out a reasonable price for firewood.
Okay.
If they want all of it, I'll just offload it all for 2 silver.
Yeah, you collected 2 silver worth of wood. So yeah, they go, yeah. So as you're navigating to follow Cordelia, you actually end up offloading your firewood. Takes about 15 minutes.
Honestly, while we're going along, now I'm thinking about truth in character. I probably would have been calling out trying to sell it, so that makes sense.
Okay. So you sell the firewood.
Get your firewood.
You're going to gain 2 silver.
Hell yeah.
It takes you down. You end up going down one of the main thoroughfares. And as you do, there's a slight leftward bank, and on the right is this absolutely massive inn. It's called the Bridge House Inn. As you look at it, it is sitting along the bridge of Ubersreik. Now, the bridge is a monumental piece. It is dwarven craft. It is etched with dwarven runes and is this absolutely monumental thing that spans the Toyabrook, this massive river. The Bridge House is an inn that is perfectly situated in the center of Ubersreik, dead center of the city, looking at the Ubersreik Bridge, and it offers views of the bridge from all of its windows. The inn itself has large stables and a large coach house all attached, and it serves as, you notice that there are postal carriers going in and out. It is also the post office. Just looking at it, truth, this is the kind of inn you want to stay at. It is ostentatious. It reeks of wealth.
Just my style, yes.
And you notice that there are multiple merchants pulling into that inn. However, you continue along, heading towards the bridge itself. And off down one of the alleys of the bridge is Rugger's boarding house, the place that you found that Cordelia was also heading.
Oh.
Now, Rugger's is a little bit of a different establishment. It is Ubersreik's cheapest inn, and for good reason. It is well known that the beds are infested with bedbugs and fleas, that rats are as common as the guests, and the common room itself is moldy and damp. The building is this winding, bending, tall structure. Obviously has survived multiple cataclysmic events. Might have survived a few of the burnings of Ubersreik, you're not sure. But it looks as old as the bounty hunters did. It looks as worn as the bounty hunters did. You notice that as you're getting closer to Rugger's, there is a group of men pulling a cart, shirtless men pulling a cart, knocking on doors, asking if anyone has anything they don't care for burning. And the shirtless men, each of them have a brand on their left pectoral. A brand of the twin-tailed comet. They all look a little bedraggled. They all have longer, scragglier beards, wild hair, and a slightly wild look to their eyes. And they're like I said, they're knocking on doors. They're saying, "Hey, you got any scrap for burning?" And then anything people give them, they take and they throw in this cart, which is not being pulled by animals. It is being pulled by 2 of these men. But the shops die down. The crowds die down. And you find yourself down a slightly seedier alley, looking at this dilapidated, sagging inn. the door in front of you as you step in. You step into this common space, 20-foot square. 20 foot long, 10 foot wide, so almost 200-foot square. A bar at one end. The walls look damp. There's like spotting of lichen on some of the wood even. The space smells of wet earth, mold, damp wood, like wood rot, stale beer, and cheap food. And as you enter the space, you hear a loud shout and a scream from the floors above you. Almost like the sounds of fighting, or the sounds of someone maybe being attacked. It's hard to tell, but it is a loud scream with a little bit of shouting back. You can't make out the words, but it's definitely...
It's your kind of place, isn't it, Truth?
We did follow Cordelia. Did we see her actually come in here?
You did not see her come in here, but you've, based on your gossip check, enough people pointed you in this direction.
Nigel, I think we should check to see if that woman is the one screaming right now, because we have not been paid yet. Yes.
Did it sound like a female?
Absolutely sounds like a female scream.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm right behind you. Let's go. I pull out my dagger.
Maybe I got a minute to play Cotton Eye Joe down here or something? What am I going to do up there? That sounds like something I don't want to be a part of.
I look at Grell, and I hold up a finger and I go, if I have to go, you have to go. Come on. Let's go.
God damn it.
Don't chicken out on me. Let's go.
Nigel,
you first.
Big ass sigh.
Fine.
And I rack the action, or I guess the priming lever of my
You ain't racking shit on that.
big ass gun.
Okay. You guys make your way upstairs, and you leave the common room, going through the first floor up to the second floor, following the sounds of what can only be assumed is a scuffle. Now, to give you a little bit of insight, this is some art of the boarding house itself in the bottom right corner there.
Ooh, neato.
Tall, like I said, 3 stories. Actually, I think that's only 2 stories. 2 stories, excuse me. Not as tall as I thought it was based on my first glance, but 2 stories. So you make your way up to the second floor. But still dilapidated, moldy, mildewy. Let's just say that they won't keep a light on for you. How's that?
Yeah.
You make your way up to the second floor, and you quickly make your way to the end of the hall, having come inside. And on the left, a door stands open, and you hear the sounds of the scuffle from inside. And as you turn the corner to look into that room, Truth, Nigel, Grell, you see a man laying on the ground, bleeding profusely from his left arm. He is absolutely unconscious. And as you turn, you see Cordelia trying to tussle with this woman, sword in hand, and she just thwack strikes Cordelia dead in the skull. And Cordelia begins to kind of fall back, stunned.
With the pommel?
With the pommel.
Yeah.
Cordelia begins to fall back. She turns to face you. Now, just for a bit of insight, this is what she looks like. Wide-brimmed leather hat with a feather. Angry face, dark hair. Worn, extremely worn leathers. Quite honestly, she basically looks pretty ragtag. And as I mentioned, she has a sword in hand, and she turns and she looks at you all and she goes, "This is Inquisition business. The witch hunters have stepped in. Goodbye."
What are you talking to us? We're going to our room down the hallway. Mind your business.
Does it look like the wanted
Probably at the
poster?
end of the hallway.
Whatever.
Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead.
Does it look like the wanted poster?
Oh, it's absolutely the woman from the wanted poster. That is, the photo that I'm sharing is the photo of the wanted poster.
So, as she turns and looks at us and says that nonsense about the Inquisition business,
Okay.
like, I've got my gun leveled at her. That's nice. But Janice here gives nary a fuck. And I'm gonna step aside so, Truth and Grell can get in here and start spitting that lip service.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
Not
want
sure
to
if
hear
there's much
Janice
to-
start Joplin?
Yeah. Start dropping bodies.
So Nigel, you have a gun pointed at her.
Hmm.
All right, we're in initiative. She looks at you and she goes, "How dare you protect this pair of witches?" Real quick, what's everyone's initiative? It's going to be a
Pause
stat.
real quick. Was that a dead or alive bounty?
You didn't see it's just a wanted poster.
The wanted poster?
You didn't see dead or alive. You have no notice. It's hard to tell.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not built for initiative, Brad.
What is my initiative?
It's going to be a stat
built
with a
to
nice,
talk trash.
beautiful eye.
Oh, all right, 38.
Your initiative is 38.
At
Okay.
31.
Okay.
36.
Wow.
You are built for initiative, as it turns out.
It turns out that if you roll a gnome, you have a chance to get some pretty
Yeah.
decent stats. So if I would have rolled better, I think I rolled some 6s, but the only things that really suck are weapon skills and strength. Everything else was pretty good.
Okay. So, Nigel, you're up. She has basically accused you of protecting witches.
Guys, we doing this or we not?
I mean, I don't know that we have much of a choice right now.
Yeah, we're in initiative.
I am not very useful in this, just so you know. I have a dagger. And my weapon skill sucks. So
I mean,
I'd just shoot her.
yeah.
If I were you.
All right. Then that's what we're doing.
Okay, so you're going to
Or
shoot
what
with
does she?
black-
Well, hold up. What does she do when I tell her to fuck off? And I got this big fucking hand cannon.
Yeah.
That was why
leveled at
she
her
cursed
face.
at you and said, "You dare protect these witches."
Oh, that part. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So we are.
Well-
that's what started the initiative. Was you pointed
Well,
that thing at her.
I do dare. And
I'm just going to shout out, where's your documents?
and hold up. I'm going to use a fate to give
Okay.
myself +1 SL to this. So it's a +1.
So you rolled it. You rolled a negative at first. Now it's a plus one.
-0. Now
Okay.
it's a +1.
All right. So here's the beauty. You have shot a black powder weapon
Fuck
in a
yeah.
confined space.
Yup.
You're the only person who does not have to roll truth, Grell, and the NPC. Everyone has to roll for fear now.
It's
So
willpower,
cool.
right?
I believe it is a willpower. I'm going to look at it in just a second.
I thought it would be a cool test, but
I think it is a cool test, which I believe is based on willpower.
it is based on willpower, yeah.
Yeah, cool's one of the things that did not end up on my skill sheet, by the way.
So we have black powder. Black powder
I
weapons.
told you
have-
I didn't get all the stuff that
It's a basic skill, so
Yeah, it'll
you'll
be
have
fine.
it.
Yeah.
So black powder. You have what is your actual weapon? Is it just a handgun?
Handgun. Yep.
Dangerous, reload. All black powder have the black powder and damaging qualities. Okay, so black powder.
Impale, penetrating, black
Um,
powder, damaging, dangerous, reload 3.
I apologize. Truth and Grell, you don't have to test because it was not aimed at you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I assume it's only if you're fucking terrified and it's about to fire you. Also, I've probably seen this thing go off a few times. I'm like covering my ears.
Yeah, you probably think off too. All right, what's the Nigel? What was your roll to hit?
I rolled a 49 over 40, but then I added, so it was a -0, and then I used fate to add 1 SL.
Okay, so 49. Welcome back to Warhammer Fantasy. You reverse the roll to see where you hit. So you're going to strike in the right leg. Excuse me, because a 49 becomes a 94. That's the hit location. So hit location in is just the tens value. Not here. Here we reverse the die. So 49 becomes a 94, which is a right leg. And how much damage do you do to Miss Hannah Bauman's right leg?
So it's 10 damage.
All right, 10 damage, less her armor, and less her toughness. Oof. Okay, so
Hold up.
Yes,
What
yes,
is
sir.
this? Damage or score from either unit's die or the SL that determine damage caused. What?
Don't guns cut through? Don't they have like a piercing?
Yeah,
not all
that's the
weapons.
penetrate. Oh, mine is penetrating, impale, damaging. It has all that.
Okay, so damaging allows you to use the higher score from either the unit's die on your roll, which was a 9, or the success levels to determine damage.
Oh, so I would use the 9.
Use the 9.
So more damage.
So that's what, 9 plus 10 then? Is that what
Is that what it is? Is 19?
I think, yeah. And then
The base damage, and then use 9 instead of your success levels.
yeah, so yeah, that's 19, and then
Oh. Does she have a leg?
I'm about to find out.
all right, impale doesn't come into play here.
Nope, impale does not come into play.
Penetrating.
Penetrating might.
Non-metal APs are ignored,
She's wearing leather, so yeah.
so that's
Okay,
ignored.
Brad's
Holy
like,
shit.
How's your
Nine.
PC or your NPC doing?
She's doing something.
it's black powder, man. That's how
black
it's supposed to go.
All right, so you pull up the gun and you blast into her leg. And you did 19 damage?
Ah, gruesome.
All right.
Considering he's our only weapon, it
That's
makes
pretty
sense.
good. That's pretty damn good. Okay. So with 19 damage, I need to check one thing. I think she's alive
Jesus
by 1, but
Christ.
not by much.
Feel like you need a badass nickname after that.
You kind of do.
I guess Clackshot is
That's
kind of
clack
a thing.
shot.
Dude, that's more than double the amount of wounds I can take. I'm a wee little lad. Clack shot.
Okay. So you did 19 damage. You ignore her armor. With the toughness bonus, that is 15 of her 15 wounds. She immediately falls prone. You blow a chunk of meat out of her right leg, and just a smear of viscera and gore and flesh flies out behind her, and she drops to the ground, clutching her leg, going, "Fucking heresy! Fuck!"
I'm sorry, can you speak up? We can't hear very well right now.
Nigel, that's your shot. Any movement?
I start wafting the smoke.
The black powder. Okay.
I do believe I winged her.
Grell,
What?
you're up.
She's still holding that sword?
She's still holding it. Well, she dropped her sword when she fell prone. It's on the ground, yeah.
Hey, how about you, put your face on the ground and your arms out before you catch another one to your chest?
She's busy holding on to her leg, which is squirting blood around her fingers.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. And if you don't lay down, you're gonna bleed out. So maybe you should do it.
She's already laying down. She's prone.
Right,
whose
I
turn
want her
is it?
face down.
Oh.
Are we in initiative still?
We are still in initiative. So she... Grell...
I want her face down, hands up. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm listening. She continues to hold on to her leg, but she rolls over so she's face down.
All right, I'll walk over to her.
Give me that sword. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'll kick the sword away from her,
Okay.
and I'll start wrapping a belt around her leg. Why not?
Okay. All right.
You move,
kick
you're
the
gonna
sword-
find a dagger in your back.
You kick the sword away from her, and you begin wrapping a belt or something around her leg. That's fine. At this point, we're gonna drop out of initiative order. There's no need for initiative anymore.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Mike.
That was great. That was great.
There was a chase planned. There were, you know what? Fuck it all. So she's holding onto her leg. Grell, you do that. Cordelia at this point has begun to try to, do some ministrations on the guy who's bleeding out of his arm. And
I'm gonna make a point to tell her, I think your 18 silver is not gonna do it for this one.
Yes, this falls into hazard pay. Certainly.
Gave her the
Okay. She's going to try to staunch the bleed.
I assume this is just like a hand weapon. I don't know if we're...
It's a hand weapon. We are going to use even for this, we'll use the up in arms rules. So it's a sword. You'll get the benefits and the flaws of the weapons from up in arms. There's an additional level of nuance that gives to the game that I think is really nice.
Yeah, agreed. I just didn't think short swords basically had extra stuff in up in arms, but I can check with
I don't know if they do, but it is a short sword. So you guys watch as Cordelia immediately steps down and begins wrapping this guy's arm, stops the bleed with no issue at all, looks to you all and just goes, well, I do believe we can discuss additional payment. Absolutely. Oh my. How fantastic.
Why is this lady after you?
She wasn't after me. She was after my friend here, who she claims was a witch, but he's just an herbalist. He just hangs out in the forest and buys me and brings me all of the good things I need for making all of my different drafts.
So is Miss Bowman out of the fight now? Or
She's down. She's clutching her leg. Grell's
Does she have
threatened her.
manacles?
She does not have manacles, no.
Does somebody have something to tie her hands up? Anybody?
I don't have shit.
Do I look like a ruffian?
She looks up to you all and she just
What's
goes,
around the room?
she looks up to you both and she goes, on the honor of my status as a witch hunter of Sigmar, I've already surrendered.
But you're not
Shut
a
up.
witch hunter anymore.
I'm still a witch hunter.
No, you were shut up. I just told you.
You're very rude.
I'm gonna give her a big thump on the back of the head with my fist. I'm not trying to do damage, just shut up.
You're doing undamaging, and she just hits the ground with her head. The room
Is
itself,
real-
it's a bed. There's sheets. There's things you could try to tie her up with. I mean, your other option is to go flag down the watch, or someone else.
Well, hold on a second. What's the punishment for beating up a witch hunter while they're trying to hunt a witch? If it's legitimate, because But wait, those other guys had a bounty for her, right?
Yeah.
You've
You
seen
would've said that.
a warrant for her arrest and a wanted poster. You
Yeah,
did not see
okay,
a
we're
bounty per se, but there is a warrant.
Okay.
Are we out of combat enough for me to reload without doing the reload shenanigans?
Yeah, you can take your time to reload.
Why don't you kneel down in front of her while you reload?
No, I got
Good
something else. No, I'm just gonna flip my massive handgun and rest the buttstock like in the small of her back and start rodding a new round in there.
So as you guys are kind of sitting here, you watch as Cordelia kind of pauses for a minute and she looks to you all and she goes, There's one other reason she could have been looking for. I mean, at least I understand now why she thinks I'm also a witch. I did at one point study in Altdorf at the Jade College, but I was not nearly talented enough to ever master the forms necessary to actually become a wizard. In fact, I can't even really pull on the winds as it is. Perhaps my education there gave her some reason to doubt me. Who knows?
Seems like you are just collateral damage from what we heard. But that will be a shilling before I can say more.
Yes. She kind of ruffles about and she goes, well, I promised you at this point 18 shillings, and I don't have 18 on me. They are back.
This is just for the information for the moment. We will collect on the 18 shillings debt plus hazard pay at a later time.
Right. Well, we didn't agree to hazard pay, but here's a shilling.
Well, I didn't agree to.
I mean, I could certainly
Barking
give her
around
the
through her
sword
leg.
back and we can walk out of the room.
She kind of looks at you and she goes, are you extorting me?
Nonsense. I'm providing a service and you are refusing to pay.
We
Yeah, we
already
just,
agreed to your service, which was to allow me through the alley,
Which I have done, and this is a new service.
which we did not agree to.
Okay, I guess I can give her sword back and walk out of the room.
This is extortion.
Providing service.
So,
What do you think, Miss Bowman? Would you pay me for your sword?
She kind of looks at you and she goes, no, I'm going to pay
All
you
right.
for my own sword.
I'm gonna grab her severed leg
It's not
Start
severed.
putting
It's
it-
not severed. It's still attached.
Aw, boo. Never mind.
You gonna try to beat her over the head with her own leg?
No, I was gonna pretend to start reattaching it. I don't know. It's all good.
All right.
I would never do such a thing.
Nah.
As Alex's wounds have been staunched, he kind of sits up and he looks to you all. And this individual, his
name is Alex?
His name is Alex.
Right on.
He has long orange hair, a kind of a faint headband. Most of his clothing is very like sage and green and brown and very woodsman, right? And he looks up and he goes, "Well, thanks, Cordelia. Hello, I'm Alexander Grun." And you see as his nose curls up as he notices Hannah, and he goes, "Ah, yes, you. As I've said repeatedly, I am no witch. Stop trying to kill me. Cordelia, I'll bring you more herbs." Again, he looks at Hannah and he goes, "Later. The rest of you, thank you for what you've done for us. Much appreciated." And he's like kind of clutching at his arm, which is still kind of bleeding. Like she got him staunched up pretty good, but he's still got that faint trickle around the bandage. This was anything less than ideal. And he kind of ruffles through his pocket and he pulls out 2 silver and he hands them to you all and he goes, "It's about all I have, but I do appreciate you helping Cordelia save me. So here, he gives you the 2 silver."
Let him pass it over to Nigel. It was his bullet.
Yeah, it's fair. I don't love those weapons, but I do love the effect this time.
What's not to love?
When they get pointed at me. But
Why is this broad chasing you around?
she thinks I'm a witch. In fact,
No, we've figured that out. Why?
I don't know. I believe someone somewhere perhaps misunderstands what I do. I travel between multiple villages and farms surrounding Ubersreik, providing medicinal aid, herbs, sale, occasionally some drafts from Cordelia that I'll take with me. But you know, that's about all I do. I mean, I cut through the woods a fair bit. I've lived here my whole life. I know every town. I know the forests. So I'm not sure. I mean, it might be the fact that I don't bias who I provide aid to. It could be a soldier. It could be a bandit. It could be anyone. If they need aid, I am here to help.
That's just quite noble. Yes.
I think Sigmar put me on this world for one reason. But anything else I can help you 3 with, or else I'll... Cordelia, I'm gonna leave for a while. I'm just gonna head out of town for a bit. Okay.
Do we want to keep this person? I don't know anything about this person. Do we care?
I don't know. This is evidently who this person is following and trying to catch. And there's plenty of herbalists and people going around healing people. Why specifically does she think he's a witch?
Yeah.
It doesn't, I don't know. Something's not adding up.
You
Agreed.
gonna keep him or you gonna let him go?
I'm gonna look at you, Nigel. You're the one with the muscle.
When I look at this guy's, his appearance,
I'm gonna move back over to the door.
In what manner? To block the door?
Just like I'm gonna get close to the door if we need to block the door. I don't know what we're doing yet.
what kind of satchels and pouches and stuff does he have on him?
Oh, he's got a full bag, like a backpack. He's walking on a, as Gandalf would call it, a walking stick. It's a gnarled, knobby piece of oak. He's got multiple man purses and like bandoliers of just pouches. And as he's made these comments, you watch as he walks over to Cordelia and he opens one leather pouch, pulls out a bundle of herbs, and goes, "These should give you what you need for your new healing draft. Do let me know how it goes."
I'm gonna
He's kind of crutch, almost using the staff like a crutch towards the door.
I'm gonna take a shot at this. I don't know. I'm gonna make some joke about his grandpa walking stick in somewhat of a charming way, and just I've always been interested in apothecary.
Apothecarians?
I really wish you would just mispronounce it on purpose. That'd be great.
I've been really interested in apothecaries. You know, We did you a service. Why don't you show me what you do, what you got in your bag, and how you do it?
He looks at you and he goes, let me ask this as the GM. What's the intent here? Actual intent.
I want to see what's in his bag.
Okay. He looks to you with a twinkle in his eye. And he looks at you and he goes, well, and he leans over close and he opens his bags to show you. And you see that they're full of dried herbs. Some of them have like pulled bundles of herbs that are still drying, roots, berries, nuts, things like that. And he kind of whispers in your ear and he goes, you and your people are very tricky. So, Mr. Gnome, perhaps another day. But as you can see, and then as he steps back, he says this louder. He says, as you can see, it's just a bunch of herbs, roots, berries. Would you like a, and he kind of ruffles through and he pulls out a dried husk of an apple. He goes, would you like an apple? Oh, he begins eating it. He begins eating it. Again, I do appreciate your help. And he begins to try to crutch out of the door.
I don't want none, but you guys do you. If you feel like we should keep him, keep him. I think
I just
let him
wanted
go.
to see what's in his bag and why, but maybe
Just a lot of
Cordelia's
herbs. He opened multiple pouches. It's just a bunch of herbs. So at this point, you have Hannah on the ground. Alex has left. Cordelia is very pleased with your assistance.
I'm just going
How
to
would
tell
you-
him good luck with his bowling arm on his way out.
He looks at you and he goes, and just keeps going. What would you guys like to do with Hannah? Do you want to call the watch? Do you want to call the bounty hunters?
Where was the bounty through? Did that
Didn't
flash
say.
of seeing it? Didn't
It-
say
it was
who
a-
was issuing it.
I'm
or
going to
anything?
reiterate. It was not a bounty poster. It was a wanted poster. And
Okay.
a warrant for arrest.
We know.
Oh,
where
so
they're
it was a
gonna be.
warrant, official
They
warrant.
had an official warrant for her arrest.
Okay. I'd say we just go collect that bounty ourselves then.
The warrant.
Yeah, whatever. Warrant.
I keep telling
So
you
then
it's
that
not
would
a
be
bounty, and you
warrant.
keep
So
saying it's a
warrant, that
bounty.
would be the
But
guard.
you said earlier.
But I don't understand why
specifically
No,
said
bounty
that
hunters
he
would
was
be
a
the
bounty
warrant.
hunter.
They were, the two people chasing.
They showed us a warrant.
The two people chasing, following Cordelia to use her as bait were bounty hunters. They said
Yes.
that. They had a warrant of arrest and a wanted poster. They never showed you a bounty once.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
think
got confused
think
because
heard the
you
word bounty
said-
hunter.
Well, you said that
That
I
there was a-
presumed there would be a bounty.
That's because you heard the word bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And you would
So-
presume that there's a bounty. But
Okay.
all they showed you was a warrant and a wanted poster.
Truth is still presuming if a bounty hunter is involved
Okay, fair.
that there is a bounty.
That's what I wanted to ask. All right, so what do you guys want to do? How do you want to deal with her?
Take him.
Maybe we rent a room and some of us go out and find that bounty, get a bounty ourselves, and then collect it. Or we can drag her to the bounty office, I suppose. Leading.
We have a cart.
Yeah, you could
do
drive
have a
her to a
card.
guard office. Okay, is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Put her in the cart.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
GM wave.
Oh,
You
What-
bundle Hannah up. You get her out of the inn. The innkeep, having heard the gunshot, is not exactly pleased. But then she sees you pulling this, this woman out, this witch hunter garbed woman out, and just goes, "Oh my!" And just goes back to cleaning the bar that does not get cleaned, no matter how much she rubs at it.
business of the Imperial Majesty. is
I don't
Emperor.
want to know. I don't want to know. You make your way out. You throw her in the back of the cart. You take her over to the guard. Turn her in. You receive the following: 1 gold crown for her capture.
Oh.
You are all also going to receive 50 experience for great roleplay, completing the adventure, having a good time. 10 for dealing with the bounty hunters without killing them. 10 more for the fact that you did not kill them. So you got 10 for dealing with them in a non-violent way and 10 for not killing them each. So you're each up to 70. You each get 15 for tracking Cordelia to Ruggers. That's 85. You're going to gain 15 additional because Cordelia did not die, bringing you all up to 100.
Damn.
An additional 10 that Alex didn't die, bringing you to 110. And because you didn't kill Hannah, you gain an additional 50 experience.
Holy shit.
So you're going to gain 160 experience. And Mike,
Well,
Nigel will get an additional 20 on top of that for the single shot session ending
So
bullet.
good.
So you guys will make 1 crown for the turn in of Hannah, 150 experience each, I believe it was. Let me see. 10, 50, 60,
160.
70, 85, 100, 110, 160 each. Mike, 185, plus a crown. You're all going to get paid 6 shillings from
The
Cordelia.
agreement. Yeah.
You are then also, as long as you are in Ubersreik, Cordelia will give you a 10% discount on wares from her. And she gives you 1 free dose of Cordelia's Enhanced Restorative Tonic. It is a healing draft. It will restore twice the imbiber's toughness bonus and wounds, but you have to take a -10 endurance test and succeed, or you get a side effect.
What is the name of the draft, sir?
Cordelia's Enhanced Restorative Tonic. And as you turn Hannah in, you see as the 2 bounty hunters, Janik and Ingrid, watch you, and they all kind of have narrowed eyes towards what they feel was you stealing their bounty.
It was. Maybe they should have been better at their jobs.
Probably should
don't step on people's carts.
So, with that, that is the conclusion of Bait and Witch in Ubersreik Adventures. Gentlemen, great job.
That was fun.
It's quick.
That was my, when I was reading them today, and I was like, all right, we got time for a one-shot. Let's play a one-shot. Which one are we going to play? And I read through 3, and I was like, it's a nice change of pace after the games we've played recently.
You know, that is a really good example of like how to have a single goal in a one shot and then have it hit like 3 different turns on the way. That's really good. I liked that.
We both could learn something about writing one-shots from that.
Yep.
Me for making turns happen, having multiple turns and not just like 1 or 2, and you keeping it within 4 hours.
True. I like my twists and turns. What can I say?
I love my twists and turns. But gentlemen, appreciate you taking the time to play tonight. Appreciate you all being a part of this. This is the Grimdark Episodic of the Grimdark Chronicles, our random one-shot playthroughs of different scenarios that are created by Cubicle 7 and others. And until next time, we will see you then. And don't die. Don't die to Skaven. They're not real.
Later.
Bartholomew poops on you.